Okay, now I'm going to react to UFC 217 GSP versus Michael Bisping. I feel like the difference in this fight was skill. No offense to Michael Bisping. Michael Bisping's a great fighter, but GSP is just a wizard. GSP is a wizard. GSP is just a wizard. Um, in my opinion, GSP is a top three all-time great fighter. He's in the top three best fighters of all time. I remember the press conference for this fight was fucking hilarious. Now, Michael Bisping's striking is way better than GSP's because Michael Bisping clipped him some good times. The difference maker was, again, grappling. Grappling was more important in MMA. And GSP utilized his superior grappling to win the fight. Okay. GSP is one of those guys like in training he's able to ring rest off in training. He also made sure to get more healthy before this fight. I remember like he like canceled the fight originally just to get more healthy. Not cancel, but just delay it. Remember Rose Namajunas won the belt this night. I honestly think the her second title win was greater than her first title win. It was more I love that second. Now GSP does look bigger. People were talking about Conor versus GSP back then, which that fight would have been box office. But GSP would have destroyed him. It would look like this fight exactly. It would look exactly like this fight went. I watched this live. I watched this live on a Kindle Fire on Twitter or Facebook or something. This is the first illegal like live stream. Well, not really. That was Khabib versus Conor. Is the first illegal live stream I did. Not Khabib versus Conor. Floyd Mayweather versus Conor. Joe Rogan just said something. Said they trained back in the day and GSP told him down. Well, he obviously did it again in this fight. Michael Bisping underestimated his wrestling. That's probably what happened. He underestimated how good his wrestling still was. He underestimated Bisping. I don't know. Bisping's striking, I feel GSP got some good striking, but I feel like Bisping. Well, I don't know. Let me watch this again. Let me watch this. GSP probably would have beat a lot of people in the middleweight division. He just didn't try. Which, who cares, I guess. They should have made him #1 pound for pound fighter back then. They should just put him #1 pound for pound fighter. Let me look up the stats here. I could be wrong. Yeah, GSP striking was better. Well, it was close to second fight round. Yeah, his striking was better. I feel like GSP was just a better all-around fighter. No offense, but that's probably what happened. I think it was just... I don't know. That's not nothing against Michael Bisping, because GSP would have beat a lot of people in the middleweight division. He just didn't try to. He would have beat a lot of middleweights. I feel like people... Since they've been gone, people, like, underrate how good Anderson Silva and George St. Pierre actually were. Like, those are two of the greatest fighters of all time. Yeah, that's he hit him with a Superman punch, then a spinning kick. I love that. That looked cool. I love watching greatness. That I love that. Uh, Boom. People tried to say that Michael Bisping just wasn't that good, but in reality, GSP is just that much better than a lot of people. GSP Michael Bisping beat as wins over like tough like Luke Rockhold and shit. Like Michael Bisping's no screw up, and GSP uh schooled him. So GSP's a top 3 all time great fighter. Gosh. I don't think GSP was like a high school wrestler or anything. So like he learned wrestling like by himself. I feel like not by himself obviously, but without competition. Michael Bisping had a good second round, and George St. Pierre dominated the first and the third. We're at the second, so I'm gonna watch it here. Well, and at least in the striking exchanges, I don't know when he takes them down because I know he takes them down eventually. They're just fucking walking around right now. I remember GSP went to the hospital after this fight, so Michael Bisping also did some damage. Did he? I don't know if that's true or not. GSP took him down. I don't feel like GSP was a steroid user. At least at the end of his career. Maybe in like 2006. But like in 2013 now. And then again, like a lot of people he fought was steroid users, if he was, so. GSP retired the first time because of that. Because that was before you saw that he had a problem with it, so he just said, fuck it, you retire. It's probably because he quit using it midway through and he just said, fuck it. Bisping had a good second round outside the takedown. And the second round. GSP hit him with a, I mean, not GSP, Michael Bisping hit him a good right hand. Michael Bisping had a good second round. GSP versus Khabib would have been a competitive fight. If it happened at welterweight, GSP will beat him. I believe. At least I know. In the year 2018, if they would have fought in welterweight, GSP would have won. But if GSP went down to lightweight and fought Khabib, he would have lost. because that weight cut is too brutal. That weight cut would have affected him because it would affect him. I don't care what GSP. He's not he's lightweight's underweight from. That's what happened to TJ Dillashaw, I believe, and when he went to featherweight. Was it featherweight or bantamweight? Featherweight, yeah, featherweight. Like he, that's what cost him that Henry Cejudo fight. He would have won the Henry Cejudo. Well, he was obviously on stuffing, but he would have won that Henry Cejudo fight if he wasn't on. If he didn't go, if it was at bantamweight, yeah, no, wait. No, I'm wrong here. He went down to flyweight. Good God, flyweight. And he lost because he was at flyweight. If he was at bantamweight, he would have won that fight, I believe. I might. GSP's just elbowing the fuck out of him. GSP dominated the third round. GSP's bleeding. Like he's just he has blood all over his face. So Michael Bisping is obviously doing some damage. I don't know. The thing was GSP's throwing more strikes. Bisping should have threw more strikes, I believe, because that's the problem here. And then GSP put him down. Yeah. If GSP would, I mean, if Michael Bisping would have thrown more strikes, he would have done better. But now GSP just clipped him, so it's over. It's over because this is where it ends. And then he went for the rear naked choke. That was beautiful. And of course, Michael Bisping doesn't tap because he's a tough son of a bitch, and he don't quit. So there you go. Shout out to Michael Bisping. I don't know how that Robert Whittaker fight would have went with GSP. That would have been a competitive fight. Okay, so that is all for now. That was a great fight.